Here is something nobody in the dating advice world wants to admit. Every course, every book, every YouTube video promising you a system, a set of lines, a formula, a method is quietly selling you the same thing, a shortcut. And shortcuts feel powerful. They feel like progress. You read a technique, you memorize it, you walk into a room feeling like you finally have an edge. But here is what is actually happening underneath all of that. You are not building anything real. You are decorating a surface. And the moment someone gets close enough to look past that surface, it collapses every single time. The dating tactics industry is worth billions of dollars. It exists because people are in pain. They feel invisible. They feel like they are missing something that other men naturally have. And so they buy the solution. They buy the script. They buy the system. And for a moment, it feels like it is working. But there's a difference between something working short-term and something actually solving the problem. A painkiller stops the pain. It does not heal the injury. Most dating tactics are painkillers. They give you temporary relief while the real problem stays completely untouched underneath. What is the real problem? We're going to get into that. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why tactics are not just ineffective. They are actively making things worse. And more importantly, what actually works instead. Let me tell you what happens in someone's brain when they are talking to a person who is running a tactic on them. They cannot always name it. They cannot always point to it, but they feel it. There's a subtle mismatch between what that person is saying and how their body is behaving. There's a slight delay in their reactions, a rehearsed quality to their words, a performance happening just underneath the surface. Human beings are wired to detect inauthenticity. We evolved in small tribal groups where reading other people accurately was a survival skill. Your brain is constantly scanning the people around you. Tone of voice, micro-expressions, body language, timing of responses. All of this is processed before your conscious mind even catches up. So when someone walks up to you with a memorized opener, your subconscious already knows. Not because the line is bad, but because the person delivering it is not fully present. They are in their head. They are running a program. And that program creates a very specific kind of energy that feels slightly off. Think about the last time you talked to someone and something just felt wrong even though you could not explain why. That feeling was your brain detecting a misalignment. Words said one thing. Everything else said another. Here is the deeper problem with tactics. When you rely on them, you are essentially telling yourself that who you are naturally is not enough. You are outsourcing your confidence to a script. And confidence that lives inside a script is not real confidence. It is costume confidence. It looks okay from a distance. Up close, it falls apart completely. The men who are genuinely magnetic, the ones who walk into a room and something shifts, they are not running scripts. They are not remembering lines. They are just present. Completely, fully, uncomfortably present. And that presence is what creates attraction. Not the words, not the technique. The presence. I want to tell you about something I witnessed once that completely changed how I understood this whole subject. Imagine you are 21 years old working at a hotel in a major city. Every few days, the same man walks through the lobby, tall, relaxed, completely unbothered. He is not the most physically impressive person in the room. He is not the loudest. He is not performing anything. But something happens when women are around him. They lean in. They laugh differently. They become more alive somehow. And you are standing there watching this thinking, what is he doing? What is the move? What is the technique? So you watch more carefully. You study him. And slowly you realize something uncomfortable. He is not doing anything. He is not using any technique you can identify. He is just there, completely relaxed, completely focused on whoever he is talking to, not thinking about himself at all. And that is the moment it clicks. The reason this man was so magnetic had nothing to do with what he was doing. It had everything to do with what he was not doing. He was not in his head. He was not calculating. He was not performing. He was not thinking about what impression he was making or what line to say next. He was just present. And that presence, that calm, undefended, completely focused presence, was doing more work than any tactic ever could. Because here is what presence actually communicates without a single word. It says, I am not threatened by this situation. I am not desperate for your approval. I am comfortable enough in my own skin to just be here with you right now. No agenda, no script, just here. That is what women actually respond to, not the line, the state behind the line. Now I want to give you something practical, but I need you to understand something first. What I am about to share are not tactics. They are not openers. They are not tricks designed to make someone like you. They are tools for genuine understanding. And that distinction matters more than anything else I say in this video. There is one question that reveals more about a person's character than almost anything else you could ask. Ask someone, what is the biggest thing you learned about yourself during a difficult time in your life? A hard job, a painful relationship, a period of real struggle. Then just listen. The answer to that question is like a window directly into how that person processes their own life. Some people answer with blame. Nothing was really their fault. Other people were the problem. They learn not to trust. They learn that people always disappoint you. The lesson they took from hard times was always about what other people did wrong. Other people answer very differently. They say things like, I realized I was too closed off. I learned I had a control problem. I understood that I was avoiding something real in myself. These people took hard experiences and turned them inward. They grew. They developed something. That difference tells you everything about who you are dealing with. And here's the thing, asking that question genuinely, being actually curious about the answer, leaning in and listening like it matters, that itself is magnetic, because people are starving to be genuinely heard, not performed at, not impressed by, actually heard. Real curiosity about another person is more attractive than any opening line ever written, because it is rare, and people feel the difference immediately. There's a creature in the ocean called the decorator crab. It covers its shell with pieces of coral, sponges, seaweed, whatever it can find, to disguise itself, to look like something it is not, to appear more impressive or less threatening, depending on the situation. It is entirely focused on the exterior, the surface, the appearance. A lot of men approach attraction exactly like a decorator crab. They collect techniques. They memorize openers. They practice body language in the mirror. They add pieces to the outside, hoping that eventually the collection of decorations will add up to something real. But the decorations are not the thing. They are covering the thing. And underneath all of those decorations is still the same unresolved foundation. Now contrast that with a man who goes to the gym consistently for 2 years. His confidence is not something he is performing. It is a byproduct of discipline lived out every single day. The way he carries himself, the steadiness in his voice, the comfort in his own skin. None of that is manufactured. It grew from something real that he built over time. That is the difference between root and decoration. Tactics are decoration. Discipline, self-awareness, genuine curiosity, emotional stability, these are roots. And what grows from roots lasts. What is glued to the surface falls off the moment any real pressure is applied. The most attractive version of yourself is not a performance. It is a result of actually doing the work on the inside instead of endlessly decorating the outside. Let me talk about something that gets completely misunderstood in conversations about attraction. Silence, listening, slowing down. Most people have heard that these things are powerful, so they turn them into tactics. They practice strategic pausing. They perform active listening. They nod on a schedule. And it looks exactly like what it is, a performance, because real silence and fake silence feel completely different to the person on the receiving end. Real silence happens when you are genuinely processing what someone just said, when their words actually landed somewhere inside you, and you need a moment to respond honestly. That pause is not a technique. It is a sign of genuine engagement. And people feel that. They feel the difference between someone who is actually thinking about what they said and someone who is just waiting for their turn to speak. Real listening is the same. When you come back to something someone mentioned an hour earlier in a conversation, something small, something they probably thought you forgot, and you bring it up again naturally, it registers at a deep level, not because it is a technique, but because it proves you were actually there, actually present, actually interested. People do not remember what you said to them most of the time. They remember how you made them feel. And the feeling of being genuinely listened to, of being actually seen by another person, is so rare in this world that when someone experiences it, they do not forget it. That is the real skill, not the line, not the system. The ability to be so comfortable in yourself that you can stop thinking about yourself entirely and just be completely focused on the person in front of you. That is what makes people melt, every single time. So here is where I leave you, not with a list of things to do, not with 3 techniques to try this weekend, with a question. When you think about how you currently show up in conversations, in dating, in the way you present yourself to the world, how much of it is real and how much of it is decoration? Because the honest answer to that question is the starting point of everything. Not a new tactic, not a new script, just an honest look at where you actually are versus where you want to be. The men who have genuinely figured this out are not special. They did not get lucky with genetics or circumstance. They just stopped lying to themselves about what the real work actually is. They put down the shortcuts. They stopped decorating the surface. And they started building something real from the inside out. That process is slower. It is less exciting than buying a course or memorizing an opener, but it is the only thing that actually works. And deep down, you already know that. The question is whether you are ready to stop pretending the shortcuts are working. That is the real starting point. And it starts right now. If this hit differently than what you usually hear, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want more content that actually goes beneath the surface, make sure you are subscribed. See you in the next one.